What's going on, guys? Evan Almighty 23 coming at you with week number 3, I believe. Is it week number 3? It is week number 3. Yep, week number 3 of the online franchise. And right here, I'm playing the Bills, fellow commentator Ooshbag, and here is his roster. Gotta watch out for his 2 impact, hard-hitting linebackers. Gotta watch out for Adrian Peterson. And, you look at his quarterbacks, and they're not the best quarterbacks. But the one, that he's starting actually has really good throwing stats. You can't always look at overall. But anyways, guys, coming off last week, it was a rough game. I was making bad decisions with my throws, and last week it was because of my quarterback. And what I wanted to talk about was I've been realizing, I really never had this problem before, but I've been looking at the stats, after games I lose. And this has actually helped me realize, what I've been doing wrong. When online, at the games I lose, I look at the stats and I look and I see, I'm confused. I'm like, why didn't I win this game? I have more yards, maybe even passing and rushing. In this game, I had more passing yards. He had more rushing. He did have Adrian Peterson, and he was a great opponent. Ooshbag is a tough player to play. But anyways, I look at these games and I'm like, okay, I'm winning this category, this category, except turnover difference. The difference in turnovers, I turn the ball over way too many times. Way too many. It's ridiculous how many times I turn the ball over. And I realize I'm making bad decisions. I'm making bad throws. And then especially I realized in Connected Careers in the online franchise, and I'm going to stop making this mistake, I promise, is, well, basically you get XP for your players. So when you score touchdowns, you get a lot of XP for your players, or more than normal, than getting a normal reception. So what I've been doing is when I get to goal line, I want to throw to Dez Bryant, AJ Green, Demaryius Thomas, Reggie Bush, and get them the XP to make them better. But I end up paying for it lots of the time, because when you're trying to pass inside the 5-yard line, especially maybe at the 1-yard line, you could easily QB sneak. First and goal on the 1. What do? QB sneak, fullback dive, punch it up the middle. Well, in these situations, I'm trying to pass to get this XP, and it's ending up, killing me. It's ended up hurting me, and I got to stop doing that. I'm definitely going to stop doing that, make better decisions. And after this game, I made the last quarterback change and hopefully the last roster change of this whole year. I may make some more small changes, but at quarterback, I've got my quarterback. For the rest of this series, the rest of however many seasons we go, I got RG3, and RG3 was clutch. And right here, there's the example. First, normally I do a QB sneak, but I didn't want Eli to get those XP. I wanted my receivers. And what I do? I throw a pick. Now, when I have RG3, I'll want him to get points. And it'll be smart, to QB sneak with him or fullback dive it, whatever. I'm just going to go for the points. I need to stop paying attention to XP and focus on winning. I need to focus on winning, So right here, I try to go deep. Nice catch by Hagan. That was a nice catch. And just throwing it up. This was just right here, man, trying to scramble. If I got RG3, I'll be downfield. I can't wait to play with RG3. He's definitely my type of quarterback. And, I have a great chance of winning my next 2 games. And right there, what is going on? Demaryius Thomas dropping a wide open ball. AJ Green getting outside for the first down. But I do, need to win my next 2 games. And I'm very confident I will. I'm confident that I'll be able to win my next 2 games. And I believe, this week I've got the division. This upcoming week I got the division rival, the Ravens, who is 3-0 on the year. But hopefully I can win that game. We got a good team. We got a great defense. Now that we got RG3, I believe he totally fits into this offense and the way I play. So I'm excited. And once we get Ahmad Bradshaw, that has been killing me, that trade where I didn't know when I accepted that Ahmad Bradshaw was out for 8 weeks. So Ahmad Bradshaw would be back, kind of soon, not really, but he'll be back about mid-season, mid to 3/4 of the way through the season. And once I get him back and can mix it up and I don't know what I was doing there. I mean, at this point, I'm just throwing it up. It's almost before half. Oh, man. But once I get Ahmad Bradshaw back, I can run the ball, I can pass the ball, I can, mix it up. And that's the way I play. But with Reggie Bush, he's a great running back. You look at his overall and his stats, not bad. But really, if he doesn't get to the outside, he can break them big, but you're not going to be able to break many tackles with him. And that's why I like him as a receiver. Once I get Bradshaw back, he'll be full-time receiver. Right now, he's playing a little bit of both because he has receiving stats. He's got like 84 catching. He's got great route running, good catch in traffic. He's got all great receiving categories or receiving ratings. He's got good receiving ratings. That's what I'm trying to say. Right there, man. That post route, man. I always get that to work online, but in this connected careers has not been working. I throw a lot of picks on that play, so, I might have to cut that out of my scheme. Get rid of that, because it hasn't been working. But like I was saying, yeah, I just need to, stick to what my team can do. Now I'm so pumped I got RG3, though. That was huge for me. And I've also got I've traded for some first-round picks. A lot of people don't value picks as much. So I think I got 3 or 4 first-round picks in this upcoming draft. I've been doing my best to scout players, try to find the best fits to my team. And, I'm not just always going to draft, people just because they're good. I'm going to draft to my strengths. Not just draft because they're good. Draft to my strengths, because I've noticed this in the past. If you, build a team around your strengths, if you have a team built on your strengths and you got another team that is just built all around this great team, the great team, it looks great on paper. You're looking at it. You're like, oh, that looks great. Oh, wait, 1 second right here. How did I fumble? Okay, he grabbed my ankles. He didn't touch the ball. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Let's look at this in slow-mo. Look, all right, he's diving. It looks like he was going to go for the ball. No, he goes for the ankles. Look. Oh, come on, Eli. Come on, Eli. You're killing me. Oh, well, we don't have to have him anymore. We got RG3. All right, but anyways, what was that talking about? Oh, yeah, I was talking about building your team on strengths and weaknesses and, not building. Okay, anyways, if you build a team to your strengths, as you see Eli fumbling again, not a surprise. If you build a team to your strengths, let's say you need, tall, fast receivers. And maybe, let's say you got great running backs, but you never run the ball and never use your running backs. That's just a waste. If you don't run the ball, draft receivers. If you don't pass the ball, get running backs. Get offensive line. Draft to your strengths. Don't just draft, for always skill. You need to draft your strengths, because I've seen in my franchise last year, I played a lot of those. And I would look at the teams that win the Super Bowl, and they don't have the most talent. But these people are smart, and and that was bad user. Oh, my gosh. I don't even want to look at that again. But anyways, those teams, they didn't have the best teams, but they drafted to their strengths. And that is key. That is what's the most important, in these franchises, that you're able to draft your strengths. And right here, man, finally able to get on the board. Thank you, Demaryius Thomas, for holding on to that one. And here, just, fast forward this one. Got to the end of the game. Not much happened. I stopped him a couple times, made him punt. He stopped me a couple times, made me punt. So right here, man, this is the end of this one. Thank you guys for watching, and we're going to get 2 wins in the next 2 episodes. Peace.